So I'm going to talk about the problems encountered in many organisations after Atlassian applications are introduced or already embedded with teams and business units. Atlassian applications are introduced to an organisation usually via a need to resolve a problem and create efficiency within a team. Gone are the days when Jira was just a bug tracking tool. It's used far and wide in HR teams, service desk teams, etc. Once an implementation of Atlassian tools is finished, key stakeholders are often left with managing the Atlassian apps. Although it's not their day job, they're doing it as a hobby, sort of a side job. So as the user adoption grows and scales in the applications, it becomes more difficult to manage. So where do they look? Where do they turn to next? And what do they do? The application owners will pass ownership of the Atlassian tools to a central IT or service desk team. But the IT or service desk team don't have the required knowledge to fulfill end user requests. So there often becomes a gatekeeper of the Atlassian tools, the tool owner, who remains the expert, but it isn't their core job role. They need to focus on and prioritise business-centred objectives like expansion, customer allocation, retention, recruitment and marketing, and also sales. As a product manager, I've spoken to many companies in this situation. And here's what they usually do next. Customers will look to hire external resources, but they are often expensive due to the niche Atlassian skill set and unvetted nature of the employees that they hire. So projects end up sitting on the backlog, nobody has real responsibility of the applications, and Jira becomes a mess. It's not centrally managed or governed in any way. New staff are joining the organisation, but they don't know how to use Jira to its full potential. So where do they turn to next? And what do they look to do? We've listened to all of this feedback, and customers need to implement an outsourcing model for our Atlassian support that delivers a consistent level of service, including training for Atlassian users, for the new joiners or people who are moving around the organisation, support and administration to take the burden away from them, and consultancy to tackle the backlog activities, project work that yields results and improves the organisation's efficiency. So Total Support is a full Atlassian service wrap, and what it does is it supports organisations with their Atlassian tools, whether it's administration, consultancy, training, mentoring, any ad hoc work. It allows the customer to call off time from their contract and get help when they need it. The way in which Total Support adds value is it takes away the burden for service desk teams, IT teams who have skills and knowledge gaps, and allows them to do their day job. So they're essentially looking after and servicing users within Jira or Confluence, but they don't have the time to focus on their core roles and responsibilities. So what they can do is pass the administration, the training, the mentoring, consultancy, maintaining the Atlassian applications over to a partner like Clearvision, which allows them to get on with their day job. A lot of organisations approach us when Jira gets out of control. It's not too late by then, but obviously there needs to be some governance and control within these instances. So they might have a load of custom fields, workflows that are different for every team or project across Jira. They've got spaces and pages that aren't in the relevant trees, and it's a bit of a mess. So customers tend to contact us at this point, or when their teams are overloaded. They can't service users efficiently and within a good time, a good SLA, and they can't keep up with the backlog, the workload of creating projects, changing workflows, adding users, training new employees that join the organisation. And they need to rely on someone, a trusted expert, to get the work done for them so they can focus on their core roles and responsibilities at the business. So the use cases for Total Support are when an organisation is overloaded with work in the Atlassian area. So whether that's the gatekeeper of the Atlassian tools, it might have been a project manager that did the rollout, or a service desk or IT team. So what they would do is essentially pass all of the administration, the support, mentoring for users, training, consultancy over to a partner like Clearvision, who can then fulfill the work for them, and they take that burden away. So what does the dream outcome look like? It's a well-oiled machine with changes, instant requests, problems are dealt with quickly by experts. Organisations have an expert they can rely on and don't have to worry about who's going to do the next task in Jira. Teams that use Atlassian apps are using them to their full potential, following best practices as they've had the required training. Atlassian teams are continuously kept up to date with their ever-changing Atlassian apps and know what's best as they've been mentored. New joiners have a training path to ensure they are ready to use Jira in their day-to-day work. If you want to find out more about Total Support and how it works, then you can book a meeting directly with me in my calendar and I'll be happy to chat. We've also got a business case template that you can take to key stakeholders at your business that they can review. It includes all of the financials, total cost of ownership, the objectives and benefits of Total Support. We've got a product overview document which includes all of the details that you need to understand the coverage, the SLAs and how we can add value to your business.